All children depicted in this program were at all times under the supervision of the production personnel. Should a viewer choose to leave a child unattended or unsupervised, all consequences are the sole responsibility of the viewer.
Some kids are losing their childhoods because their parents are extremely overprotective. I want to change all that. I was called the world's worst mom because I let my 9-year-old son ride the subway alone. It worked for him, so now my mission is to rescue parents and their bubble-wrapped kids.
Lenore teaches parents how to give their kids freedom, and now she's taking her expertise to the streets.
People always say, like, oh, kids today, we used to have so much fun, and they don't have any fun anymore. When most of us talk about our childhood, we remember it fondly, not because of all the times that our parents came out and sat with us, you know, or played tiddlywinks with us, or took us places. It was the times we spent with our friends, the times we, you know, rode our bikes around the neighborhood. Often it's the first time that you had some freedom.
And it's exactly that freedom that these kids need. 9-year-old Cameron and 6-year-old Carter are sons of Tracy and Trevor, who've been married for 11 years. Although they live in a quiet suburban neighborhood, Tracy's fear of the kids getting hurt or abducted is making her treat her boys like babies.
Where are you going?
She likes to have a lot of control, especially dealing with the kids. Cameron's more mommy's boy.
Cameron, don't go in the parking lot. I don't want you to get hit.
Mom's really cautious about me. Well, she worries a lot.
How are you today?
Good.
In fact, Tracy even thinks the school bus is not safe enough for her boys.
I'm not trusted that I can ride the bus responsibly, which I can.
I feel bad. I feel very guilty, but I don't have the ability to come into the house and just let them go.
If that's not bad enough, Cameron is doing hours of dance class 3 nights a week and competitions on weekends. And Tracy never leaves his side.
What I like about the dances, the competitions, the teachers.
I stay the entire time while he's there. I have a hard time letting him in the change room by himself.
Hey, get your costume out.
And when she can't be there, she gets Dad to do her dirty work.
I know what to do here.
Oh, well. You know, Mommy. Yes, honey. He's in getting changed.
It's not really fun because I'm old enough to start staying there on my own.
Now Cameron wants his mother to let him act his age, but Tracy is there watching his every move.
I should start going places on my own, like that aren't far from here. Like I should be able to walk up to the grocery store, up to like a library.
I know I should trust that I have taught him enough, but I am still unsure.
And his little brother is next to feel her wrath.
Are we having a nice day?
We're having a very stressful day.
Carter's more headstrong, doesn't think about any of the possible consequences.
Carter!
I always have to stay close to the house.
He just drops whatever it is he's doing and takes off.
He's got to stop doing that. I don't know if he's in the backyard. I don't know if he's across the street. I don't know if he's at Jennifer's. I don't know if he's there.
Just gotta chill out, relax. She needs to let go of a lot of things. I think it'll do Tracy a lot of good.
With Carter, I'm very much afraid of public places.
This is even better, I'm getting that.
Stay with Mommy, please. Carter! Stay with Mommy, please.
It's a big part of Tracy's fears that Carter will pretty much talk to anybody that walks up to him.
Don't do that to me. Mommy will get scared, please.
She's afraid I
fun.
might get stolen. That's what she's afraid of.
All this is causing Tracy to butt heads with husband Trevor.
The overprotectiveness, I think, causes a lot of arguments.
I want you to watch a little bit more.
I don't think I need to watch anymore. It doesn't bother me, the kids being out and about on their own.
Gerard's a very busy road.
I know.
And he's got a cross. I don't know if I can trust that he'd do that yet. Cameron, be careful, there's a car!
Tracy's got to get help before she ruins her family and her life.
I get accused of smothering them.
I think Tracy needs to let go more.
I just want to be a good parent. Just stay where I can see you, though, okay? And I want my children to feel safe.
It's obvious that Carter and Cameron need to be freed from Tracy's overprotective habits. Lenore will have 1 week to do just that.
They dance, both of them?
Yes, yeah. Cameron does competitions, and he dances 3 days a week. Carter's just getting into it. He'll start in competition this year.
Sounds like they're doing fine. Why did you call me in?
I have a hard time letting them, more so Cameron, branch out. And I'm very smothering, like especially at dance competitions and at the dance studio. And he wants me to be able to just drop him off and I stick around.
Why do you stay the whole time?
I just want to make sure that he's doing what he's supposed to and not getting into trouble. And
What is Cameron thinking about all of this?
he doesn't like it much. He asks me why I can't just drop him off, because the other mothers do.
I would think that Carter probably has a different relationship with you in terms of, quote unquote, hovering, because he's 6.
Carter does tend to take off sometimes.
He's very busy.
He's a very busy little boy.
And then there's the fear of
Crowds. I very rarely will take the boys grocery shopping, amusement parks, scare the living daylights out of me. Carter is very trusting. He'll talk to every single person. I'm just scared to death that somebody will go up to him and say, I'll help you find your mommy, little boy, and he'll be gone. Cameron's a little more mature to say, no, I don't know you, but I still worry because I don't think he has the strength to fend anybody off.
So the little one will be conned away and the bigger one will be snatched away.
It's a really bad fear.
So it feels like constant terror.
Yeah.
What if Cameron doesn't get some more freedom soon?
I'm afraid he's probably going to resent me. I don't want to be the mother where my kid goes to school and says, my mom won't let me do this, or my mom won't let me do that.
What I have are some activities that I think most children their age can handle, and most parents your age can handle. And to do that, I just need your signing on. Are you game?
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, she better be game.
Really? Then there's one thing left to do, which is to meet the kids. What seems to be the problem, I think, is that Tracy loves her children because they're her babies, like they're still in the egg. But these are boys who are starting to peck. They want to come out. And what she has to come to understand is that they will still love her once they've hatched. I was talking to your parents today, and one of the things your mom was talking about is that she pretty much always has her eyes on you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you allowed to be beyond her eyesight?
Not usually.
Usually she's watching, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let's write that down. Must be in mom's view. And you basically have to stay pretty close to your mom when you're out in public. In a place like a grocery store, stick by her.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd say stick close to mom in crowded places. Now, what do you think your mom doesn't know about you yet?
Well, she doesn't think I'm responsible to go places on my own yet.
Is there an errand that you think you're ready for outside the house? Something that you could do for your mom? Go and get her something?
Well, like, go up to the grocery store, her give me money to buy stuff.
Yeah? She could use a little help. Right? Wishes mom saw how responsible. I'll say I am, because I'm speaking for you. Right? Do you wish you could have some time at the dance studio without your mom right there watching, worrying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
What I'm going to be doing with you guys in the next couple of days is seeing if maybe we can change some of these rules. And Carter, even though you're 6, you're ready for some responsibility too. Because maybe you're more grown up than your mother realizes, and maybe your mother is braver than she realizes. Hey guys.
Hello.
Ooh, what a beautiful tableau. So perhaps you're wondering what we're gonna do for our first exciting activity, yeah? Which is pretty basic. It's having both your boys watch out for each other and go together across the street and beyond where you normally go and beyond where you, Mom, can see.
There's like a little path down there that I haven't gone down in a while.
What's along it?
You mean the pond, right?
Yeah, the lake.
All right, don't go in the lake. No. That's the deal. Can we agree on no swimming? Oh, Cameron, you're gonna watch over Carter, and you're gonna show your mom that you guys can be responsible. Sound fun?
Yeah.
Get to explore, right?
Yep.
And you're gonna go for a longish while, and that's why I'm gonna have you pack a little snack, and the job is to not what?
Make a mess.
Right. Get something delicious. And how do you feel about the activity?
That's fine by me. I'm not worried.
I'm a little unsure, a little worried, but I'll be okay.
What do you want to bring to eat?
I don't know, maybe my leftover rice, marshmallows. We're good to go.
The boys are ready with snacks in tow, but Lenore knows the boys getting hungry is the least of Mom's worries.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have fun.
But before they go anywhere, Lenore gives a bit of a briefing.
There's a couple rules you have to obey, okay?
Yeah, we gotta look both ways.
You have to look both ways before what?
Crossing.
Right. And the deal is that you guys are looking out for each other. You're going to stick together. And one way to show your mom that you are truly responsible is to come back when you say you're going to come back.
I'd say at least an hour.
I think an hour is good, too. All right, you're going to come back 1 hour from now, right? Good luck. See you in 1 hour.
The boys are bound for adventure. But Mom's anxiety is bound to get the best of her.
I know I should be able to let them go, but there's just so many different things that could happen, and there's nothing I can do to stop it.
There is a big, wide world to explore. In fact, there is a little wide world to explore right across the street filled with, like, you know, nature. But Tracy doesn't think her kids are ever safe unless her eyes are directly upon them. So this is going to be tough for her.
Hey, Carter, there's a burnt mark up here.
There is?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the guys feel like they're on top of the world.
Carter, take that. Here's your water.
Thank you.
Here's your goldfish.
Thanks.
25 minutes in, and Tracy still has yet to leave the window.
I want to be able to trust my kids, but there's water over there.
Oh, there. Right there.
I see him, I see him.
Studies suggest that kids who are given more freedom to explore the world around them actually become more independent and show greater responsibility.
Carter, don't lean in too far, okay?
But Tracy is still at the window, and what she sees pushes her into panic mode.
Hi.
Hello, hello. There was a police car that went by?
2 police cars went by. One had 2 bikes sticking out of the trunk. When your boys are across the street by themselves for the first time on their bikes and you see a police car drive by with a bike hanging out of the back of the trunk, it kind of makes you a little scared.
When I sent the boys out, I wanted to make sure that they can be responsible. I asked them to be back at a certain time. And when he does return on time with his brother,
Yeah.
I think that will be proof positive that he's pretty responsible. That's one of the things Cameron mentioned to me. He said, I want my mom to see that I'm responsible. So if he gets back on time, we'll see.
Okay.
I can see the lily pads moving.
All those lily pads are him?
Yep, that's him. He's gone. 10-2. 10-2, we should go.
The hour is almost up. Cameron knows if he doesn't get back in time, all of his responsibility is out the window. But then an accident happens. Cameron has a skinned knee and his pride is bruised, but he can't let Lenore down.
5-2.
You're good.
I just get back up and keep going.
But the clock is still ticking.
Those are yours, right?
Those are mine.
To Mom's relief, the boys arrive exactly 1 hour after they left.
Whoa!
Hey.
Safe and sound. He's following his brother. Welcome home. Did you find anything new or neat that you hadn't seen before?
We saw 2 frogs. I think the other one was a toad.
Ooh.
And we saw a snapping turtle.
Wow, Mommy didn't know that was down there.
Did it snap you?
No, it was out in the bulrushes.
Oh, that's very cool. What'd you do to the frogs? Anything?
No, they were out far.
Yeah.
You didn't bring me home a frog?
No.
Poor Mom. No
I couldn't carry
frogs.
one in
You
ride.
couldn't carry one and ride?
Well, I could stuff it in my pocket.
That was kind of messy, don't you think? Did you pick up a froggy?
No.
No? You didn't bring a
I
bag?
picked up a minnow.
You picked up a minnow?
Yeah, there was like swarms of minnows.
Really?
How was riding?
It's good.
Did you fall or anything?
Yeah,
You fell?
yeah.
When you were far away? Where?
Yep, that thing.
Oh, a scrape.
Oh, I just got back up and kept going.
All by
Good
yourself,
job,
eh?
all by yourself.
That's
Bye-bye.
pretty cool.
It's important to me, the fact I got to go out on my own for the first time.
I'm impressed. I'm quite impressed. He did very well. I'm very proud of him. He didn't come home crying because he hurt himself. He just stayed out and finished his quest, and I'm very impressed. I'm very proud of him.
On the one hand today, you had the kids out there looking for minnows, eating marshmallows, a delightful sunny day. And back home, Mom was facing complete blackness. And when the cop car came by, there was no way to convince her that this wasn't the worst nightmare coming true until she saw her kids come cycling up, beaming.
Hi again.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Great to see you. It is so cool that the boys are out there on their bikes unsupervised.
Yep.
Yeah,
How's that feel?
not too bad. Pretty good, yeah.
I'm good with it.
And so, building on that new trust, I think that you can handle a day at an amusement park because that's what I've decided is the next thing for you to do. Without Trevor, who I'm sure is just, aching to go get a lollipop and
Look
spend...
at me ache. Yes. Tracy never goes to busy public places without Trevor to help out, so this is a big step.
The thought of taking the boys to an amusement park is actually very terrifying. I'm scared to death I'm going to lose them.
At some point, most of us parents have been in some public place and we've lost track of our kids for a second, and it is a miserable moment. But it's not the end of the world, and Tracy doesn't realize that yet. So I'm taking her to a busy spot with the kids, and she's gonna see that they're okay.
Her fear of strangers has Tracy not impressed with Lenore's next adventure. But based on the positive results from the last test,
Hey, boys.
she's ready to do it again.
Mommy's gonna tell you what we get to do this afternoon. So just you guys and Mommy, we are going to an indoor amusement park where you guys get to go on rides, you get to play video games,
Bumper cars too.
okay?
It's their first trip to an amusement park, and the boys couldn't be more thrilled. And with acres of fun and excitement to experience, who could blame them? But Lenore knows this is also the perfect place to help Tracy get over her fear of crowds.
For me. Here, Mommy, I'll stand here so I can see.
First on the agenda, video games. Surrounded by so many bells and whistles, Tracy's moved out of her comfort zone.
It's because of all the noise. When the kids take off, I've always been afraid that they won't be able to hear me. That's always been my fear. Carter! Carter!
So you got your 10 minutes. Go ahead, guys.
Next is the blow-up slide. Tracy needs a bit of a break from the chaos, and with this ride, not only are the boys contained, the boys are where she can see them.
Be careful. Camera, just slide down on your bum. There's so many people, everybody's running around. I'm stressed.
Next is the go-karts.
Wait.
And as the boys speed up, Tracy starts to slow down.
Cameron, wait for me!
She's exhausted from chasing the boys around on her own.
Hey!
Carter wants to drive on his own, but the safety cutoff age is 7 years old.
Go by yourself, so Mom has to drive you.
Carter?
my seatbelt? Yeah. I'm sitting on my seatbelt. Oh my goodness, this is the tightest squeeze ever.
The boys are raring to go.
Remember,
Yeah?
don't lose yourself on the turns.
Oh, go! I'm going. Woo! Oh, this is fast. Cameron, keep your hands on the wheel! Uh-oh, Cameron spun out again. My kids were having fun, and I was having fun. And once I got myself into the go-kart and got going, it was actually kind of exciting. I had never done that before. Here, let's go this way.
While Cameron and Carter decide what ride to conquer next, Lenore sees that Tracy has started to relax and decides now's the time to move her to the next level.
Are you panting?
I'm panting. Yes, I'm panting.
Well, would you like to relax a little?
I'd love to be able to relax, yes.
I have an idea for you guys. Have to stick together, and I'll give you some tokens and some tickets. You choose together the rides and the things that you want to do, the games you want to play. You can go off on your own while your mom and I sit here. I got you a video phone, and you can call your mom on it and check in from time to time and say, "Hi, Mom." Okay, you got that? You know how to use it? Have fun. See you in half an hour. Stick together.
The live feed won't kick in until Cameron and Carter choose to call. So now, all Mom can do is wait. But as for the boys, their afternoon is really looking up.
Call me now. Truthfully, I'm scared to death. I want to be able to trust him, and I want to be able to trust the area and to trust the people around me.
But of course, we have to wait for them to call because it's in their hands.
Yes, Cameron put it in his pocket. So
Okay.
he's pretty responsible when it comes to that.
Cameron, I wish you could hear us now. I wish you were video calling. Your mother said you're pretty responsible.
Finally, a call comes in.
Oh, hello.
What's he wearing?
What are you doing?
We're going rock climbing.
You're going rock climbing? Wow. Is Carter going too? Oh, look at you.
We're basically going up to the roof.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, baby.
I'm going rock climbing too.
You do a good job for Mommy, okay?
You ever let him go rock climbing before?
No. Because it's too high. Yeah, that's really high. Wow.
Bye.
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 He hung up.
He hung up. I don't get to see him go up.
Now, not only are the boys by themselves, they're climbing a 24-foot mountain.
I got the feeling I'm gonna be sick.
But can they do it? Looks like this challenge is really allowing Cameron to reach new heights. But at only 6, Carter doesn't make it all the way up this time. They may be a little sweaty, but they're no worse for the wear.
You're gonna like what you see. 2 kids climbing the wall and loving it, and ironically, their mother is climbing the wall too with anxiety. And then the kids came back all jolly, and finally, what Tracy is starting to realize is that just because they were out of her sight didn't mean they were being kidnapped. So you climbed the wall. Did you go all the way to the top?
We went right to the roof.
Was it scary climbing the wall, or was it fun?
It was scary? Really?
Really? You have a boy who went halfway up because he's 6. You have a boy who went to the top who's 9. What do you think?
I think that's amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah. If I could do this, I can do anything. This was one of my biggest fears, so I got through this. And I'm okay, and they're okay, and we're all good.
With Tracy full of enthusiasm, Lenore quickly moves on to the next challenge.
Tomorrow, I have an activity that I would like Cameron to do on his own, away from home and away from you.
Okay.
Something for you. But if you're game, and you're game, let's plan on it.
Okay.
Okay?
Certainly.
Tracy is 2 for 2 with Lenore's challenges. But by the next day, she's having second thoughts about letting Cameron go off on his own. So she checks in with some trusted friends.
We went to an indoor amusement park where the kids were given tickets to go on rides and they were given tokens to play games, and I had to plunk my little butt down and not follow them around. And I want you to tell me if you think I am, you know, being too overprotective, or if you think I am an idiot for letting my kids do this.
I think there's a fine line between being overprotective and then just being too lenient. I wouldn't let my son go on his own. Even in an indoor amusement park, you don't know who's there. You don't know what they're there for.
Okay, now what about if you dropped them off for a birthday party? Would you stay?
Before all of this started, I would stay. I would have stayed. Oh dear.
Things like birthday parties and stuff like that, I think you should just let them go on their own. They need to, they can't have their parents there all the time. They need to grow up and, you know, be kids.
If they do take a school bus, you don't follow this bus.
Yeah,
No.
Those are on the verge of overprotective, I'd say, so.
My next challenge is a big one. I haven't been told what I'm supposed to do or what Cameron will be doing. And from what I understand, it is just Cameron. He's going to be completely by himself. And I'm petrified, scared to death, because I don't know where they're going to send him, and I don't know how far away they're going to send him.
I couldn't do it myself. That would just be too much, but I would think the worst, and then I just couldn't do it.
That's
right?
my
So-
problem. Last night I didn't sleep very good because I was very worried and very stressed out about what Cameron's challenge was going to be for today, so I'm a little tired.
Well, we have something new for both of you to get through today. You've risen to the idea of your children walking together across the street to the beautiful grassy parkland there.
Right.
Then what I'm hoping you will agree to is having Cameron help you out
Okay.
by taking a walk down this very street, about 15 minutes, to the convenience store. Hasn't walked anywhere on his own before.
No.
What have you been worried about that you haven't let him do any kind of walk like this until now?
More the fear of the traffic. You know, you can look both ways and then there's a car out of nowhere speeding down the street. And we haven't really gotten to that part of the life training because it's never really come up. He's always been driven here or there.
You know, your son told me that he would like to walk to school.
Yeah.
Possibly next year when he's starting to go to a new school. This I think of as practice, right?
You do need milk.
You do need milk. Even better.
Hopefully we don't have too many meltdowns by her because it's going to be really stressful for her, I think, today.
He's my baby. It's scary. But he is almost 10. That's hard to believe. And he needs to learn to be able to do stuff for himself.
Dad Trevor is already tense about the idea of Cameron walking to the store. Just then, a speeding van on their normally quiet street pushes him over the edge.
This is where I'd be going to the neighbors saying, you know what? You got a nice black shiny car, well, here's a nice dent in the side of it.
Trevor races to warn Cameron about his concerns.
That is the exact reason why we're so hesitant in letting you guys play down by the road. Because you get morons like that trying to show off. You'll startle him, he could wind up on a light post, or you'll turn the wrong way and he hits you. You gotta have your ears open and listening for cars like that, okay? There's a few crossroads that intersect where he's gotta walk up, so there's just a lot of traffic that he's gonna have to deal with that he's maybe not aware of yet.
After that disaster, Lenore understands Mom and Dad's apprehensions and takes a moment to make sure Cameron's up to the test.
What would you do if you're crossing the street and I wasn't with you?
Just look both ways.
All right, let's see you do it. But you wouldn't scamper across without looking first, right?
No.
Okay, that's a pretty key thing to know. Remember when we were talking about the things that you were allowed to do and not allowed to do? One of the things you were talking about was how you'd like to be able to walk to school. Well, today what I'd like you to do is take a walk down this street and to the right. Keep going, keep going, keep going until you get to the convenience store. And then what I want you to do is do something for your parents. Buy them some milk and bread, and you can buy a treat for you and your brother.
Okay.
Does that sound fun?
Sound good.
Cameron is ready to go, but first, he's given a camera so he can periodically check in with Tracy and Trevor.
All right, man. Good luck.
Okay.
Off you go. Bye-bye.
Despite all the drama, he's on his way.
And there he goes.
You know, in other countries, kids start running errands for the family at age 3 or 4 or 5. So having Cameron go and get milk and bread for the family seems like at least the right time. And I've even sweetened the deal by saying he can use the change to buy candy.
Doesn't matter what Lenore's logic is, the anxiety level is now off the charts for Mom and Dad.
It surprises me that Trevor's very concerned because I thought Trevor was stronger.
No doubt Trevor's worrying will only feed Tracy's fears of disaster. Cameron has to walk 10 blocks to and from the store. Just enough time to make Mom crazy.
It's hard. It's very hard. When he was a baby, I had complete control.
He's not far.
I want to convince myself that he's safe and that he's enjoying himself. And he's doing what he wants to do.
But Lenore's got something that will bring Mom's mood back up. A video call from Cameron.
And I'm going to get groceries. Down here at Wentworth. And I'm nearing the super convenience. It looks like it's gonna rain down here.
Cameron has made it to the store, so he goes offline. And Tracy goes back to being terrified. The only problem Cameron is facing is he can't seem to find the milk or bread.
Do you have milk and bread here?
Buoyed by his success with the milk and bread, he even buys some cotton candy as a treat. With groceries in hand, he gets back online.
Oh, okay, now I know what convenience store you went to.
I'm getting rained on over here. Big time. I'm gonna let you go so I can start my way back so I don't get soaked.
Wouldn't be the first time he's gotten wet in the rain.
I'll see you at home. Bye.
As they can see, Cameron's trip is relatively uneventful. But without any video feed, Mom immediately begins to worry.
How long has he been gone?
Half hour, 40 minutes.
Cameron is due back any moment, so Lenore checks in to see how Mom and Dad are doing.
Oh, I don't think he'll be gone too much longer. How's it going?
It's okay. It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What'd you see?
The little telltale trip of Cameron.
Looks good or bad?
Looks good.
Yeah?
Except for the raining part.
Except for the raining part, yeah.
Speaking of which, he should be coming around the corner pretty darn soon. I think we should go out and wait for him, right?
Okay.
Welcoming committee?
There's my boy. What did you buy me?
Hey, hey. Let's see.
Bread, milk.
Bread and milk.
Well, guess what I got for both of us?
Wow, candy
Wow. Did you say thank you, Cameron?
Thank you, Cameron.
Oh, that was my baby. But I gotta let him do it. And to see him in that different light, I saw him as a 10-year-old and not my little baby that I can hold on to.
Did you notice when Cameron was walking along, he actually looked taller, like he was becoming a little man? That's what happens when we ask our kids to help us out. Instead of being little leeches, gimme, 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 they're like, oh, you need something? Let me help you. They mature.
So listen, I think you guys came through this with flying colors thanks to him doing the same. So let's go up to Cameron's room and discuss the final challenge.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
These are all for what? For tap dancing or for
Not all of them.
No, they're for tap, they're for jazz, they're for ballet, they're for cabaret, and they're for hip hop.
I'd love to see you do some dancing, which is why I've come up with our final challenge. Clearly, dancing is a big deal in your life, and you're good at it. And yet your mom has to sit there through every lesson that you have. And next year, I understand that you're going to be taking 20 hours of lessons a week. I've hired a very special choreographer who's gonna teach you and 3 of your friends a new dance, and you're not gonna be at the studio when he's there.
Oh, it'll be a surprise for Mommy, too.
They will perform the next day at the Courthouse Theater.
Wow, that's exciting.
It sounds like fun?
It sounds like fun. I
Without
never thought
you?
I'd say that, but it sounds like fun.
Dance is such a huge thing for Cameron, but his mom has always been there, right? Well, today, she's gonna be away, and he is gonna take a lesson by himself. He's gonna go in the dressing room by himself, change by himself, and I'm betting he will even find his way back out.
I'm going to have to let him go and let him rehearse and go into the change room and change, and I can't be in there with him. It'll be kind of a little hard for me at first to probably let go of that control.
Morning has come all too soon for Mom, who has not had much sleep in the past few days. Today, Cameron's challenge is to start working with a new teacher, and Mom has had a bit of an epiphany.
It's going to be hard, but I think maybe I am part of the problem. I'm going to have to let him go.
So Cameron and Carter have proven they can play responsibly by themselves. They've conquered a crowded amusement park all on their own. And Cameron even walked 10 blocks to the store to buy groceries. He's acted like a grown-up the entire time, even though Mom Tracy has treated him like a 2-year-old. And now the first stage of the final challenge.
Ah, that's them.
Okay.
Meeting his new dance teacher.
This is actually going to be Tracy's first time that she leaves the kids at the dance studio with her not waiting there all day making sure that they're behaving.
Safe.
Yeah,
Behaving, yeah.
absolutely. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a great experience. Yeah.
I think then you're ready to say goodbye and the kids are ready to go in and dance their little hearts out.
Cool.
Right?
Yeah.
And you, I have an idea for let's go together. We'll leave the kids.
Okay.
Okay?
Perfect.
All right, bye Melissa.
Bye.
Bye Carter.
Come on in, boys.
Just
Bye,
then,
Cameron.
Cameron, the almost 10-year-old, regresses to a 2-year-old.
You want to take your bag?
And Tracy faces her biggest
You
test.
can get in the truck and I'll take you home. How does that sound? And you won't get to do it at all. That's the way it's going to work.
I think this is a little bit of interpretive dance.
So why don't you go in and see what's going on?
No! Tracy, we gotta leave him. So he can wait in the parking lot or he can go in and get a dance lesson.
Okay, well then go stand there. So get down off of the truck. Let go. Let go of the truck and get down. You're being a child. You're being a baby. And I don't like it. So go stand up against the wall. I wanted to throw him in the truck, and I wanted to take him home, and I wanted to forget that it ever happened. This is an opportunity of a lifetime for Cameron to be able to do, and he's ruining it.
I don't want to do it all day.
That's fine. Then stay outside.
Cameron, he'll be fine.
You shouldn't be acting this way at this age.
I think he'll be fine the second you leave.
But now he's back to being a baby.
I don't want to start without you in there, but if you don't move, I might just have to start with your friends. Let's at least just go into the lobby, right? I hope you're following me. I'm gonna get started without you.
Tracy loves her children like babies, and she's still treating them like that. She thinks she has to be there all the time, monitoring her children to make sure they behave. But her children never learn how to behave because she is always there.
In the studio, Cameron's friends are ready and waiting, and use their powers of persuasion to finally coax him inside.
5 and a 6 and a 7 and a 8 and hold, pose, look out, come back, sharp look, up, down. So when I say sharp look, you're looking at your friend, and then you look at the audience like, everyone's gone, we get to play, up, down.
On the other side of town, Lenore takes Tracy to the venue where the show is going to be.
It's beautiful, right?
Well, I was in high school, so
Been a while.
Yeah, 15 years, 20 years. I used to perform in plays here.
Did it feel good to be this big grown-up star in front of an audience?
Oh yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I loved it.
You know what I think a lot of kids love?
Yeah.
Is not just performing, I think growing up. This morning you were with him and he really misbehaved.
He was fine last night, he was all excited, and this morning we went to the studio and then suddenly, you know, I don't know.
One of the things I noticed when you're with Cameron and when you're thinking about him, you call him your baby, right? He's your baby. Why? He's 9.
I guess it's reverting back to him being my baby.
He was your baby.
He was my baby.
Now he's almost your adolescent. You know, a baby does need you 24/7 to be there. But a 10-year-old at a dance studio.
That's probably why he acts that way, because I tend not to talk to him as a 10-year-old.
Tracy is really trying hard to be one of those perfect parents. What she's finally realizing is that she has to step back.
It's recital day, and Lenore arrives to chauffeur Cameron to the big event.
Hi, guys.
Hey!
Big day. Yo, wake up, Cameron. Yo, it's time. Time for the big day. Come on. Shoes on. And you are going to stay here and wait till maybe an hour before the performance. You can come and set up snacks.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Great. It's the big day.
Hey, you're forgetting something.
Like me. You're forgetting me. I'm taking you there.
In just 1 hour, Cameron's going to be performing in front of all the friends and family Tracy has invited. But first, he's got one final rehearsal. And to see where he's going to be dancing. That's if there's not a repeat of yesterday's tantrum. At the venue, the other dancers are beginning to gather.
So, glue the legs together, buddy. Tighten the legs together. Is this good?
All are excited about performing in the old beautiful theater. Let's hope Cameron likes it just as much. Because this time, Tracy is not here to hold Cameron's hand.
Welcome, shoppers. The store is now open.
Have fun, you guys. Be great.
Okay.
Tracy has arrived and starts to set things up. And Cameron makes his way to the change room all by himself for the first time ever. And he comes out looking like $1 million. But Tracy doesn't have time to worry about Cameron. She's busy receiving guests.
Nice to see you.
Full house now?
About as full as it's gonna get, I think. I think that's everybody.
As the people take their seats, Cameron is full of anticipation. And so is Mom.
Very impressed at how well Cameron did on such short training. I'm just amazed.
And what does Mom think about Cameron doing it all by himself?
I'm very relieved that it's all over, but I'm happy. They did amazing, absolutely amazing. This was his turn to shine, and I was very proud, very proud.
Give his regards to Broadway. Cameron is dancing and singing, but most of all, he's tapping his way away from his mother. That means that he gets to enjoy a real childhood, and his mom gets to watch the greatest show ever, which is seeing your son grow up.
Cheese!
It's a proud moment all around. Even Cameron's friends who weren't in the dance group clamored to get into the pictures. Cameron's childhood has cracked open, and Tracy's world has brightened, and the whole family has been there to see it happen.
You know what that is? It's the winds of change. Remember making this list? Yes. And we're saying goodbye, old rules.
And hello to a new way of growing up.
have completely changed in your house. No more total surveillance. You can go into crowds. You can walk to school. You can walk to school. Can you run some errands for your mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can run a lot of errands now.
Can run.
Like I can go get my hair cut, I can go down to the farm, I can go get dinner at Subway.
What about next year when Cameron has all those classes at the dance studio? Are you going to be there for all of them?
No.
Can leave the studio.
If it weren't for you coming and teaching me that I have the ability to let my children have a little more freedom and do some stuff for themselves, then I probably would have just continued on the way I was going, and it wouldn't have been a pretty picture.
Well, this is where I leave you, in the sun.
I am very happy after all of this. It's like a weight that's been lifted, and I've done a bunch of stuff that I never in a million years would imagine that I would do.
Thank you, Trevor.
The family, I think, has gotten a lot of confidence out of all this. And I think that Tracy can only go nowhere but up from here.
I checked in with the family a month later, and the changes with everyone have been remarkable. These are different kids and a totally different mom.
Can we go up and get a slushie?
Okay, come back in an hour.
Cameron's turned into a social butterfly. He's really hitting his stride.
Things have definitely changed. She is a little bit more relaxed than she was before.
Even Carter's acting more mature now that he's been given more freedom.
Mommy, can we get one of my bikes?
Yes, you can.
Now I get to ride my bike across the street by myself.
Her whole attitude has pretty much changed to letting the kids more or less roam free.
And instead of being constantly anxious, Tracy's enjoying her time with the boys.
It's been amazing. I'm starting to treat the boys a little bit more of their age as opposed to my babies.
So, did my visit pay off?
It's been a lot of fun.
I feel really grown up now.